Oh, hey, look who's back for the second part. It appears you guys really like my monotone voice because I got a, oh my god, voice crack. It appears you guys really like my monotone voice as my previous Hollow Knight video got a satisfying amount of views. I really appreciate it. I would have started making this video a couple of days ago, but some things came up. But anyways, if you don't remember from the previous video or haven't watched it at all, which I highly recommend, we killed the big boy and stole his city crest, which is really important, but I forgot to mention it. I apologize. We also killed a single mother and saved Sly, but that's not as important as getting into Greenpath, which is where we are right now. So now, let's get back into the adventure, shall we? First things first, we backtrack to take a little acid bath. This is to get to 1 HP, obviously. Then we run into a gorgeous little bug who has 0 Rule 34 based off of her whatsoever. Absolutely none. We go down a bit, and we find a bug that I absolutely hate, so we murder him and take all his life savings. We find a bug and kill it, and it tries to blow all over me. However, I am not into that, so I run past it. You, on the other hand, I don't know what your interests are. You might be really freaky and be into that. However, like I said in the last video, I don't judge. I express my hate towards these bugs by absolutely beaming the life out of it. You may be wondering, why do I hate these bugs so much? In my very first Hollow Knight playthrough, they kept killing me over and over. I did not like it. Therefore, I commit genocide on those little bugs. They are not my homies. Henry, I see you about to click off the video. I didn't know your attention span was this poor. Fine, I guess I'll skip. We find the best NPC. If you say this is not the best NPC, I will fight you, because this is the best NPC. This time around, for some reason, we actually buy a map from him, even though I did not buy a map at the Forgotten Crossroads. Don't question my activities. We say goodbye to the goat and look at the horribly drawn map. I regret buying it. However, it will really be useful if I buy the legendary charm known as Wayward Compass. It is the best charm in the game, and like I said before, if you say otherwise, I will fight you. Anyways, we wait for these two green dudes to come under the slab so we can kill them at the same time. It is very satisfying. However, I made a big mistake from not increasing my IQ from the last video. Honestly, I never learned, so I deserve this. So guess what we gotta do? We going to the crossroad. Wait, no, wrong part. What we actually do is navigate through Greenpath carefully so we do not die. Well, that would have been the case if my worst enemy did not kill me. Now do you see why I truly hate these guys? They're trying to get back at me for almost killing their entire population. I do not regret it. They all deserve it as they all tried to kill me. I am just using self-defense. Because of that little bastard, I died twice in a row, meaning I lose all my geo. Yes, in the middle of my rant, I die once again. I'm truly a fool. So we get put on 1 HP and get our shade back. What a surprise. I think it's about time that I actually make progress instead of dying all the time. Apparently not. I think I might secretly be addicted to death. This is not a healthy habit. Someone please help me. So we let this flying turd abuse us and then we finally get our shade back. I do not want to die again as that might actually make me go crazy. So crazy in fact that they're gonna put me back in the psych ward and I do not want that. We're actually starting to finally make good progress now. This is a world record. We keep going and we once again find the beautiful Rule 34 lady. She's running away though. I don't know why. I don't smell that bad. Honestly, the Rule 34 can't be that bad. I'm gonna search it up. Hornet, R34, and C. There's nothing wrong. It's only cars. I told you there was 0 Rule 34 based off of her. Now all you gotta do is not put the word Hollow Knight anywhere because then... Trust me, I've been traumatized before. I do not want it to happen again. This world is full of really cruel people. After the trauma I just had to go through, we go through this long room full of mossy boys that try to kill us until we eventually run into Rule 34 lady again. I cannot see her the same way. Speaking of seeing her, she's literally in the next room waiting for us, watching us. She might be a little freaky. I really hope not, because if she is canonically freaky, then that means there will be more and more Rule 34. It will never end. Anyways, as a Hollow Knight pro, you would expect my navigation skills to be way up there, but no, I go in the room and back out. Anyways, aside from my poor navigation skills, I run into this dude who tries to eat me up. However, I'm no fool, so I murder him and take his money. Now that I think of it, the protagonist we play as isn't really that good. We're actually pretty evil. We kill things and take their money. Then we use that money to become stronger so we can kill even more things more easily. Do we really sound like the good guys? Anyways, there's nothing interesting to say here. All we're doing is going up. And no, I'm not talking about the movie, which is actually pretty good. You should watch it. It made me cry in the corner like the lonely man I am. That's what real men cry to. Jake, I know you're lying, saying you didn't cry. I know you did. I'm watching you. In your walls. I had to sit on the bench because I'm a little sissy, so I go back down and get beat up by this mossy boy until I'm on 1 HP, and then I go back up. Oh, you thought we were done traveling upwards? No, you are very wrong. We keep going. Up, up, and away. But you should already know my brain doesn't function properly. Yup, being a sissy this time around actually helped. So we quickly go down and get hurt until we're on 1 HP. And then we finally... I said 1 HP, not -1. I really need to start being more careful. How about we play a game? It's called What Will Happen to Godly Plays in This Situation? Is it A, Godly dies, B, Godly dodges it like the pro epic gamer he is, C, Godly quits the challenge and jumps out a window, or D, none of the above? I'm actually giving you time to think. Alright, time's up. If you chose A, you have no faith in me whatsoever, which is why you are wrong. Let's see what the actual correct answer is. You've seen it for yourself. If you pick B, not only do I love you for having faith in me, you are also correct. I hope you have fun with this little game. Getting back on track, we do the usual. Get put on 1 HP, and then grab our shade. Hopefully we can have no more near-death experiences, or just no deaths at all. It may look like I am an absolutely foolish goober, but I can explain myself. I thought the Fargessa would go away by the time I jump up, but I was sorely mistaken. Anyways, you know the drill. We get our shade, we get our revenge. It's finally time I stop embarrassing myself, so I continue going up. And no, there are no casualties while ascending. As I murder everything in my way, I run into a very unsuspicious pile of moss. The unsuspicious pile of moss turned out to be very suspicious because it comes to life. Honestly, is that really a surprise to anyone? I'll save you the trouble by cutting right back to where we were. Well, that would have been the case if my brain wasn't as smooth as the skin of a person who just oiled up. You know the drill. We get our shade, we get our revenge, and we finally make it all the way back up again, so we can now fight the newly suspicious Moss Man. Why couldn't I do this earlier? I don't know. We go out of the room and then go back in just so we can assert our dominance. As we keep traveling, we stumble across this place, which kinda reminds me of the Forgotten Crossroads. There's even a comically large venge fly. Just look at those grippers. Those 2 misses from my vengeful spirit were pretty embarrassing, but you probably didn't even notice. Even though Zote is a great NPC and he is overhated, I do not have time to speak to him. I have bigger things to worry about, like all that geo down there. We actually skip it for now because I want to get the stag station just in case. If I were to die now, I would not want to travel all the way back. It's pretty simple. All we gotta do is travel down a bit and there's the stag station. So we sit on the bench, open up the stag station, and then we go back to get that precious geo. There's actually 2 moss guards guarding the geo, so we need to take both of them out before we could steal their life savings. They won't need it when they're dead anyways. And now their life savings are all mine. Now it's time for the most important part. We enter this log thing and keep persevering forward. I really wish there was a better way of movement other than just walking. Anyways, here we are confronting the lady herself, Hornet. Luckily, we did it on our first try. Now, no. I have no idea what just happened. Maybe someone just hit me with a baseball bat. Anyways, like I was saying, now that I beat Hornet without getting hit, no one is allowed to type in the comments, got hit, run invalid. Yes, I am looking at you, one more pupper YouTube Edicio 4017. Now that I have proved my skill to you, I am in your house. Honorable mention, this guy. I actually like this guy. I hope he is proud of me now. We head back to Dirtmouth for some reason and we window shop at Sly's shop. He definitely wants to murder us in his sleep. Our real target is the Forgotten Crossroads because that'll allow us to get to the fungal waste. I also forgot to mention that when we beat up Hornet and failed to take her lunch money, she gave us the Mothwing Cloak, which allows us to do a short dash. It'll help a lot because it's a good form of transportation. At this point, I have basically mastered the crossroads. There's nothing that could stop me, except for my own stupidity. I am seriously incapable of learning from my past mistakes. I sniped the shade from across the map. Call me him, not because I am him, but because that's my pronouns. At this moment, I cannot be called him because of all the tomfoolery I have done. I can only be called him by redeeming myself. Anyways, we do this dash that we were not able to originally do before, which allows us to gain access to fungal waste. Welcome to fungal waste. I am personally not a big fan of this place, but it is what it is. The reason why I'm not a big fan is because of all the acid. I am bound to fall eventually. So this is one of the few times where I'm actually being really careful about where I step. These pufferfish thing dudes got nothing on me. So we travel down a bit and go to the right. This is where we find Leg Eater. You see, me being a fool is actually a trend. I don't know why I would buy to open the shop even though his fragile charms will break the moment I die. And I will die a lot. Anyways, I'm just gonna sit here, and this is where the video will now come to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see you in the next video.